Well, Troll is here as Mario, and we are waiting in line here to meet Kevin Conroy. That would be the Batman, the one and only. And here at Philadelphia Comic Con, and got a decent line, and yeah, that's what's going on so far. Oh yeah, and I'm Luigi. There is Kevin Conroy, the Batman. Oh yeah.
This is so cool. All set. Alex, ALPX.
And this is Merlin here. Here we are at the Doctor Who panel. I believe David Tennant and Billy Piper is going to be here too, right?
Actually, I think this is the fan panel.
Oh, this is the fan panel. Well, we're discussing Doctor Who, but that's still cool as well. Okay, so it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. That explains the lack of line, but yeah, so Doctor Who stuff. Cool.
So we start our panels, but I get a chance to do some of these Doctor Who panels all over the nation. We start with the same every time, which is a sonic screwdriver salute. So if you got one, let's hear it.
Yeah!
We can do this for the whole hour. Well, we're
free like a year apart, which says a lot.
It's wibbly wobbly.
It's wibbly wobbly. The thing that I find really interesting is how they brought it back. So I think they brought it back the right way. They took a show that perhaps was a little dusty and not particularly well revered by the BBC, and they applied very modern television sort of aesthetics to it, and they made it for an all.
It became okay in hindsight because I'm like, okay, it was all their own fault.
But here's the thing with that doctor, and I have to ask you, Tony. I'm going to moderate this panel right now. Capaldi was a surprise. Did you anticipate from episode to episode what he was capable of or what he was going to do?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, you would think there were moments where I thought, oh, like he was going to handle that in much more of a rough way or much more of a gentler way, and it was very unpredictable. And maybe that's part of it too. Is like anything, people don't like change. Even people who say they love change, they don't like change.
I said, how bad you want this guy beat up? You know, 320, they want somebody's ass kicked, you know what I mean? No, you gotta be real careful. This actor's real high strung. He might sock you. I said, Eddie, for 320 bucks, you can give him a steak. Are you crazy? I started training Eric Roberts for the movie Runaway Train. And Eric respected me, and he did what I told him to do, and the director, Andrei Kozlowski, saw that. So I'll never forget, Andrei Kozlowski came up and he goes, you be in movie. And everybody said, oh, he's not saying, make him say. You be in movie, you fight Eric in movie. I said, okay. And then he leans over and he kisses me on one cheek, kissed me on the other cheek, and walked away. I said, okay, look, Eddie, I'm gonna train the kid for 320, but if I'm gonna be kissing that old man, I want more money. No, he's European, and he was like a European, he's a real aristocrat from Europe, in Russia. And me and Andre became really good friends, and we still kiss. And I got to go to Moscow for his 75th birthday, and we showed Runaway Train again. So it was kind of an amazing trip, but that's how I got into movies. And I just I found out real early I found out how not to act on movies by all the actors that everybody talked bad about. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's an ass, I hate that, don't act like that. And it seemed like I just kept getting work. Some guys would ask me, hey, do you want to do this? I would just say 320 a day. They go, yeah, okay. And all of a sudden, I became an actor. The first 5 years of my career now, I never had a name. I was always like inmate number 1. Shirtless guy. Tattooed guy. Bad guy. That was it. But I thought I had a career going.
Well, it certainly went somewhere, I'll tell you that. Up here with us now. Now, I've also, and going off of that, one of the films that really kind of brought you to the forefront of just the media at hand, From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. An incredible film working with Robert Rodriguez.
Selma Hayek.
Oh, Selma Hayek.
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize.
That's amazing. That was an amazing movie. That was really, it's like, like all the zombie stuff that's going on right now. Robert Rodriguez started that with From Dusk Till Dawn. That's where it all came from, and everybody started making zombie movies. They're still doing it, so, and I mean, that was just an amazing, I really learned like prosthetics and everything else, and how hard it is sometimes to sit in a chair for like 2.5 hours for them to put makeup. They would never make me do. They'd give me like 20 minutes and they'd say, go on, go walk down again, come on back. They knew I couldn't sit still that long.
Very much. Well, I've heard also that you've had the opportunity to return to that franchise as of late. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did. We're doing the TV series From Dusk to Dawn on the El Rey Network with Robert Rodriguez, and I play a guy named.
You're allowed to clap, folks.
I play a guy named the Regulator, and and I'm like, I don't negotiate, I regulate. I love it.
That's awesome. Now, on the reverse side of that, too, there's a great new Netflix DreamWorks animated series called Puss in Boots, based on the character made famous in the Shrek series. You've had the opportunity to work on that now, too.
Absolutely. Puss in Boots. I'm El Moco. I'm playing a booger. El Moco. I want to kill Puss in Boots. But in the series, I want to kill the Puss in the Boots. You know, that's what they call it. I'm having so much fun with that. The more crazy I get, the more this director's like, oh yeah. He like loves it. You know, so cool to just go over the top of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm looking for that myself personally. Also, you just got off the set of the new Adam Sandler film, Ridiculous 6. What was that like?
That was amazing. He is such a hoot, and he's funny, and he's just a nice guy. He's a really, really nice guy. And Adam Sandler actually worked with one of my best friends on The Longest Yard. He worked with Eddie Bunker, one of the guys that got me into the movie business, you know, so he was, Eddie told me, and Eddie was he was like, if you ever get a chance, man, look at his biography. It was, he did a book, wrote a book called Education of a Felon, and anytime he said anything, didn't matter if he said hello, it sounded like it was, want to rob a bank. I mean, it's like, just, hi, what you saying? You want to rob a bank? It's a gangster, you know? And he told me that, hey, it's Adam Sandler kid, good kid. That's when I met him. So when Adam called my house and wanted to know if I wanted to do this movie, I was like, trying to be real cool. Yeah, what's up? We had a blast, man. The movie was fun.
That's great. Also, because now you've film, television, you've conquered cartoons, Puss in Boots, and Ninja Turtles. You played a character in as well.
Yeah, I forget my name, but I was bad.
There you go. Look for the bad one, Ninja Turtles, folks. You've also stepped into the realm of culinary arts.
Started restaurants trying to open up like June 6th, around the 1st of June or the last of May. And it's called Trejo's Tacos, and it's on La Brea between Pico and Olympic, and you're all invited.
Come on. That's actually not far from where I live.
So tell me if I'll give you a taco.
Don't invite me there, I'll get you one. Make it happen. That's not too far from where I live. I think I'm actually going to be there opening day.
Yeah, we're going to have quite an opening now.
Definitely. Well, here, now I've got a little bit of warm up here. I think we're starting to get some folks, or any other folks, start getting your questions ready, start lining up one of these mics over here. We're going to try and keep it to one question each, but we'll go ahead and start with this gentleman over here in the spotlight. What's your name, bud?
Hi, my name is Benjamin.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. This is a question for you, obviously, Danny. You have a long, impressive career, and I'm sure as you went through it, you were honing your craft the entire time. What's the last thing you learned on the set or off the set that maybe surprised you, that you implemented in your acting?
The last thing I learned?
Yeah, about acting.
Well, I hope I never stop learning.
Yeah.
But I think one of the best things I ever learned came from a guy named Eddie Bunker, when he said the whole world's a movie star. The whole world can think you're a movie star, but you can't. And I think that was the best advice that I've ever gotten from anybody, because the film industry has a way of seducing you into thinking you're really, really something. And the reality is, it's just a job. I'm the same as a house painter, a plumber, architect, whatever you got. You know, it's like, I'll do it. And that's kind of how I try to stay grounded, you know. It's just my job.
Thank you.
That's great advice. Thank you for the question. Next up, we'll go over to this mic. We'll trade off back and forth. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Beth. My question for you is, you know, obviously you have a history in the criminal justice system, and you are regularly playing convicts. You know, what's that like for you to have to mentally put yourself back into a place that I'm sure you never actually want to go again?
Well, good question. You know, like playing a convict, especially like, we did a movie called Blood In, Blood Out, and we did it in San Quentin State Prison, and I was in San Quentin. And it was like, it was like this feeling, dreadful feeling going back in there, but boy, leaving was like awesome. Sorry guys, this ain't for real, so it was like, for one thing, is like playing the roles. I play bad guy roles, and the only reason I will is the bad guy always dies, and that's the message I want to give it. Any kid, hey, you were awesome in this and this. Yeah, I died, and so it's like that's the bottom line. Is a bad guy dies. If they ever give me a role where where the bad guy's a really, really bad guy and he gets away clean and he lives in the Bahamas in a big boat, I wouldn't take it. It's not the truth, It's like, if I'm gonna be a bad guy, then I gotta spend the end of my life in prison or I gotta die, get away, unless there's a sequel. I'll get away if there's a sequel.
Important condition there, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. You, sir, right over there.
How much fun was it being in Bubble Boy?
How was what?
How much fun was it being in the movie
God,
Bubble
that
Boy?
movie was hilarious, man. Hey, if somebody steals your old lady, I think by law you can kill them. No, that was amazing. I love that movie. And working with Jake Gyllenhaal, that was an amazing. He's great. Everybody didn't want him to kill me because I was so nice to him, right? And so Rob Zombie called me up, and my agent, I already had in New York. I was doing something else, and said, Dan, I got some good news and some bad news. I said, what's that? He said, well, we gotta kill you. I said, well, is that the bad news? And the other news is we gotta call your agent because I'd already been wrapped. So we went back and renegotiated and. I love Halloween, but then he really killed me. I said, Mikey, I was good to you. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And they still know what they're doing, but it's just like, okay, come on, let's get another one. But Robert is like, all right. He's like, he comes to work with new ideas every day. So scripts are right, but it's like, oh, what I was thinking. One morning he shows me a script that I'm jumping out of a window holding on to somebody's guts. And I said, but it looked great. Like I said, yeah, you're right, it's part of the deal, so I enjoy doing it.
Speaking of plumbers. Mario, what you got?
As I said,
It's me. I first saw you in Desperados, still my favorite action movie. But in that movie, you were still like a no-name hitman type guy. So it was really awesome for me to see you become like the big-name star in Machete. And I just want to ask you, like, what is it like being like #1 on the call sheet, the guy who gets the girl, the guy who doesn't die at the end of the movie?
You said it. That's what it's like. but the reality, I gotta tell you something. Like Robert, I did Heat with Robert De Niro. And I mean, it was like just thinking, wow, that's it, shoot me now. De Niro, Pacino, Val Kilmer, John Boyd, I was with the guys, right? And then when Robert De Niro did Machete, for me, I bumped into him right at the trailers and he goes, you. #1 on the call, because that's what it means, #1 on the call sheet. #1 on the call sheet, you. I knew it. And I'm looking at him, I'm trying to think of what to say. All I could think of was, can I get you some coffee, Mr. De Niro? Swear to God, he goes, nah, let's go. We went and got coffee, but that's the reality. It's like, to me, all it means is you're gonna work the whole movie. That's it. That's all. Because again, it's like, it's my job. I'm just a foreman on the job. I kind of got this broken down so that like producers hire a director. A director gets his actors, and then if that's actors act, directors direct, you know, and producers write checks. Things seem to work out, you know what I mean? But I don't, it's funny, I have never gotten in an argument with a director, and yet I've seen actors like actually arguing, and I said, you know, I didn't get hired you know, they didn't hire me for my ideas. You know, most of the time they hired me for my mug.
Thank you.
Thank you.